Hey y'all, it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas, and today is Craftmas episode 38, and we have a fun one for you. We are going to be making a DIY Christmas sign using this wood pile sign from Hobby Lobby. This was $4.99. I bought it 40% off. I've pre-painted it white using the Master's Touch acrylic in titanium white. So you're gonna need paint, your wood project, a sponge brush, or however you want to apply your paint. And the file that I'm using for this is the 'Tis the Season file from the November bundle from craftbundles.com. Now remember, if you purchase this, I do earn a small commission, but I will leave it linked down below. And it is 4 colors, so we are using silver, green, dark red, and black, as well as your Easy Weed and wooden pick, your squeegee, scissors, and your transfer tape. Now if you'll give me a moment, we'll get the camera angle changed so you can see everything that we are going to do. Okay. This is the 'Tis the Season design from the Craft Bundles November bundle, and I will leave it linked below. Remember that if you use that link, I do earn a small commission. And what I'm going to do first is weed the green, and this is like a buffalo plaid print. So what I'm doing is I'm going slowly, and I cut that so that way I could weed this into sections. And sometimes that helps with the weeding process. Okay. There we go. So now we're going to just take and smooth those back down. Take and remove that little piece right there. And I lost one, but it's okay. For this type of sign, you're not going to notice. It's got so much going on, you're not going to notice that little piece. Okay. Okay. That part's weeded. Now we're going to do the same thing with the red layer. And again, that has the buffalo plaid print. So as you can see, I'm not cutting all the way through. I'm just using the breakaway blade and lightly scoring the vinyl. Okay. And that just makes it a tad bit easier to weed. Okay, and I added the registration marks myself. I know that my sign is 15 inches by 6 inches, roughly. Yep, might help if I don't pull up the registration mark or the letter H. Some days vinyl wants to cooperate more than other days. Okay. Excuse the train in the background. There's nothing I can do about it. And there's no set schedule for them, so I don't know when they're coming. Don't you just love having a business by the railroad tracks? It's even funner when you live by it and you hear it in the middle of the night, which we do. Okay, this is the black layer. last but not least, the silver. And you don't have to waste that much material. Oracal 651 is not an expensive vinyl. All the pieces, they're $2.50 each, so that's $10 plus $5 for the sign, but I didn't use the whole pieces. So, I mean, it lasts. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut off some transfer tape. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit over. I always like to have a little bit of extra. Okay. There we go. So, I'm going to set these pieces off to the side, move that other piece of transfer tape out of the way. Remove the paper backing. And whenever I paint the background like on this, it is not perfectly painted. I like it to have that old, worn, a little bit look. Okay. So now we're going to move the sign in front of us. Remove the backing off the transfer tape. Line our squares up with the top. There we go. And squeegee it down. And we are squeegeeing down the squares because we want to have those on there to line up the other pieces. And with it being textured wood like this, you can take and apply some heat to make sure it is down. And I don't cut in between my lines, but you're more than welcome to. Okay. It is Sunday and the phone is ringing. So. Pull my transfer tape back apart. Yep. Okay. Now, if you do what I accidentally did, which was remove my mark, I can take and line it back up, remove it from the transfer tape, and line it back up to where it goes. Okay. Now again, we're going to remove the backing. And this is where the squares come in handy. Okay. But I love this, and I love the buffalo plaid, so. See how nice and pretty that laid out? And if you're wanting this to have a matte finish, you can take and go over the top of it once it's all finished with some Mod Podge matte finish. Yep, didn't cover my tip. Okay. Okay, remove our paper backing. Yep. There we go. Then again, using our registration marks, to line it up. Okay. Squeegee it down. And if you haven't noticed, it's a little bit harder for me to see when I'm under all these studio lights, the lining up, so sometimes it doesn't come out as perfect as it normally does, but it still looks pretty darn good. Okay. Now for the last part, which is just the little tips, I'm probably not going to mask that. I'm just going to take and apply those by hand. Okay. There we go. Now we can remove the registration marks. Grab my hair dryer. Okay. Okay, so as you can see now, if you look at the texture, you can see that it is adhered to the wood. And if you want it to have a matte finish and lose that shininess, you can coat it with some matte finish Mod Podge. I love the way that it looks. So remember that we will be posting a new video every single day all the way through Craftmas, which ends on December 21st. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe right down below. And if you hit the notification bell that will notify you when we post new videos, which again is every single day right now. Other than that, check me out on all my social medias, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, as well as my second channel, Betsy XOXO, which is where I do all my makeup and crafting for Disney stuff. So I think that's it. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye.